Is on trigonometry. Now what is trigonometry? Normally trigonometry is the study of relationship between the angles and the sides of a triangle. Now here I have drawn a right angle triangle for you. Normally for trigonometry we understand all the concepts using a right angle triangle. So for you we have a right angle triangle ABC where the 90 degree is situated at the vertex B. Now before we start describing the trigonometrical ratios, first let us understand one more thing. We will first decide which is the perpendicular and which is the base. For angle theta, which is the perpendicular? Angle theta present at vertex C. So we are writing for C and according to theta. So according to theta, which we are having as perpendicular, according to theta we are having perpendicular as AB. Now which is the perpendicular? The side that is opposite to the given angle is always said to be the perpendicular. So here AB is our perpendicular. Now what is base? Which is base here? BC will be the base. Now normally which happens to be the base? The side that remains associated with the perpendicular having the 90 degree angle between them is said to be the base. And the third side is always said to be the hypotenuse. Now one thing you must follow, if you see my previous video on Pythagoras Theorem, you will better understand this part. Now we will do for A. For A, all of you note here, at A we are having another unknown value, that is theta. So phi, that is phi. So according to phi. Now according to phi, again we will decide which is the perpendicular, which is the base, which is the hypotenuse. Now see, the side that is situated opposite to phi, that is BC. So here in this case, BC will be our perpendicular and AB will be our base. But here also the hypotenuse remains same. So you can see that in a triangle, the perpendicular and base interchanges depending on from which angle or from which vertex we are following it, but the hypotenuse always remains the same. Now we will define our trigonometrical ratios. There are 6 different trigonometrical ratios. There are 3 different basic trigonometrical ratios. What are those? Those are sine. Now I will define these trigonometrical ratios using theta only. Now sine theta. Sine theta will be perpendicular by hypotenuse. So according to our sum, which is the perpendicular, according to theta, AB is the perpendicular and hypotenuse is AC. Okay. Next we have cos theta. What is cos theta? Cos theta is base by hypotenuse. In this sum, which is the base here? Here our base is BC and hypotenuse is AC. Next we have tan theta. Now generally the formula for, there are 2 different formulas for tan theta. The easiest one is perpendicular by base. Now what is perpendicular by base? Perpendicular is AC and base is BC. Now there is one more formula for tan theta. Tan theta can also be written as sin theta by cos theta. Now why is it so? Because see, sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, whereas cos theta is base by hypotenuse. Now if you solve it, you will again get perpendicular by base, that is tan theta only. Okay, so we have got our 3 basic trigonometrical ratios. Now next we will do reciprocal ratios, means the ratios which are reciprocal of these 3 given ratios. First is our cosec theta. So what will be cosec theta? It is 1 by sin theta, means it will be hypotenuse by perpendicular, and according to our sum it will be AC by AB. Okay. Next we have sec theta. What is sec theta? Sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta, means it is hypotenuse by base. So according to our sum it will be AC by BC. Next we have cot theta. Cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta, that is base by perpendicular. So it will be, now as I have told you previously only, that the perpendicular, base, hypotenuse, all this depends on the angle or from the vertex from which we are viewing it. So these ratios I have defined according to the angle theta. Now we will define all these 3 ratios if we are defining it according to angle phi. So suppose we start with sin phi. Now according to sin phi, which was our perpendicular? According to sin phi, BC was our perpendicular. So in this case it will become BC by AC, because AC was our hypotenuse and hypotenuse doesn't change. Now what will be our cos phi? So according to phi, which one was our base? According to cos phi, AB was our base and AC was our hypotenuse. And then according to tan phi, which one will be our perpendicular? Which is perpendicular by base. So which is our perpendicular here? It is BC, and which is our base here? It is AB. So all of you please note that whatever be the perpendicular base, this depends from which angle or from which vertex we are seeing. Now we will learn few relations. What we are written? Square relations. Now there are three square relations with the help of which we do normally many trigonometric problems. So what it is the first relation? It is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Then we have tan square theta plus 1 equal to sec square theta, and we have 1 plus cos square theta equal to cosec square theta. You have to learn all these formulas very nicely. Now I will show you the proof, means how these formulas are coming. Okay. Now first for this one, let us start with the left hand side. Now what is sin theta? We know sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now since it is sin square theta, so here it will be perpendicular by hypotenuse whole square. And what is cos theta? Cos theta is base by hypotenuse whole square. So what is coming? It will come perpendicular square plus hypotenuse square, and here it will come base square plus hypotenuse square. Since in both the cases we have the same denominator, it will become hypotenuse square and it is perpendicular square plus base square. Now as I have told you this, that we will understand all these formulas by with the help of a right angle triangle. Now we all know that in a right angle triangle, according to Pythagoras Theorem, perpendicular square plus base square is hypotenuse square. So what we will write? In place of perpendicular square plus base square, we will write hypotenuse square, and in denominator we already have hypotenuse square, so we will cancel them and we will get 1. So we have done our proof. Okay. Next we will do proof for this formula. We have tan square theta plus 1 equal to sec square theta. Now you all know what is tan theta. Tan theta is perpendicular by base. So what is perpendicular? So here it will be perpendicular by base whole square, because it is tan square theta. So perpendicular square by base whole square plus 1. So what it will come? It will come perpendicular square plus base by base square plus 1. Now we will do the denominator. After we are doing the denominator, it becomes base square. Now perpendicular square. Since it was 1 and it became base square, so in the numerator also it will be multiplied with base square only, and it will become p square plus b square. Now according to Pythagoras Theorem, what we know? That perpendicular square plus base square is hypotenuse square. So in place of this we will write hypotenuse square by base square. Now what we will do? We can write it like this also, that hypotenuse by base whole square. Now we all know that sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. And what was cos theta? Cos theta was base by hypotenuse. So what will be sec theta? It will be hypotenuse by base. So what will come here? That in place of hypotenuse by base, we will write sec theta square. That is sec square theta. So we have done our second proof also. Now we will do the third proof. What is given? It is given that 1 plus cot square theta equal to cosec square theta. Now again let us do it. So we will do it LHS only. So 1 plus. Now what is cot theta? Cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. Now what is tan theta? Tan theta is perpendicular by base. So what will be cot theta? Cot theta will be base by perpendicular. So it will be base by perpendicular whole square. So what do we get? We get 1 plus base square by perpendicular square. Again we will do LCM. After we are doing the LCM, it becomes p square in the denominator, and the numerator will become perpendicular square plus base square. Now again according to Pythagoras Theorem, we have perpendicular square plus base square equal to hypotenuse square. So now hypotenuse by finally we are getting hypotenuse by perpendicular whole square. Now what is hypotenuse by perpendicular? We know that sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, and the reciprocal of sin theta, that means cosec theta. So it will be hypotenuse by perpendicular. So this will become cosec theta whole square. So it is becoming cosec square theta. So in this way we have done our third proof also. All of you kindly note down this. So students, if you are like my video, please like and subscribe, and if you are having any doubt regarding any problem from these chapter videos or from the previous videos, write in the comment section. I will definitely try to reply all of you.